YouTubers, gamers, welcome back. I'm your host, Nasty888 here, bringing you another free-for-all casted game. If you've enjoyed the content so far, I do appreciate some liking and some subscribing, so go ahead and hit those buttons if you haven't already. Today we're going to be actually playing as Jean d'Arc, and always dislike seeing Jean d'Arc when I press the random button, but I always also enjoy playing her at the same time. It's weird to say she's weak, but she's also fun, and I think I want to play her more, but it's just hard when you're playing a weaker Civ, right? Like Aabit or Jean d'Arc in the free-for-all mode. But today we have a special map for you guys. It is a massive gold spawn, as you can already see on the mini map here. There is gold for days. All over this friggin' map, there is gold, gold, gold. And that's gonna be great. Because we also have deep water fish. So this is gonna be a big eco potential here. We're gonna go ahead and speed things up as we get things started off here. It looks like all the players gonna be taking water as they should be. We are in a pretty decently high skilled lobby, I believe. We've got I know I played Brutish Kitty, the orange player here before. He's a common opponent, maybe a English player. I mean, like actually the guy himself, or something, because kind of seems like an English player named Brutish, Brutish Kitty. But anyways, looks like everyone's opening a deep water except for Red here, who's completely clueless. Wow, Red is a total noob. Sorry, Red. I hate to call you out like that, but geez, man, I don't know what you're thinking here. He started off in the middle too, his English, which is very interesting. But we are just, happily chugging along. Here we've got a nice little. Luckily, we spawned on deep water by ourselves. These players over here, they're gonna all be sharing, except for Blue, maybe. Well, actually, Blue's gonna be quickly trying to shut down Pink off of his water, so we'll see if that works out for him. But so far, we're the only player on deep water by ourselves. So we've got a very nice spawn location. This is just great, right? We're gonna go ahead and speed things up a little more. Blue has successfully pushed this player off, and this player has given up as well. Blue does pick up the kill. I guess he just not really sure what happened here. A few spearmen was enough to. I guess he had no defense. Maybe his town center was here and he couldn't defend his wood line, so he just gave up. He was getting maybe some pushback on the water too. I don't know. No, it doesn't look like it. Just a few spearmen. That's all it took for this player to throw in the towel. Very interesting. I'm not sure what happened there. But our YouTube clear man, AoE4, another YouTuber apparently. We're in a game with several YouTubers here. Is going to pick up that kill, and he is going to claim this water for himself now. As Abbasid too. So going into this game, I was really worried about Blue, obviously, because Blue, I saw that he was a very high rated player, and he was also Abbasid. So I was like, well, that's not great, right? We don't like that. And he has a spot to himself, but he's getting very aggressive on his neighbors. Wow, what is this player doing? He's sending villagers in. He is really mad at this green player here. I don't know why, but he's getting extremely aggressive extremely early here. But he's also having a very good boom behind it, so. I mean, I guess if this is what you think is important to do, to clear your neighbors out right away, at all costs. I mean, I wouldn't really say green is a very close neighbor at all. I think I would just try to let him fight orange, since they're both trying to fight over the water and you have your own. But yeah, Blue's gonna go ahead and go for it, so we'll have some interesting content here. Yellow is pushing Teal off of water, so unfortunately for Teal, he did not get a navy out in time to fight Yellow, and Yellow is going to go ahead and take that water. Wow, we have a. Let's go ahead and switch over to Blue's perspective here. We have, this is great. He's got this tower here. Very interesting strategy, but fortunately for him, this is a Delhi player who has a bunch of these scholars here, and he's going to go ahead and clean that up real quick, like. So blue's limited success there, but he is booming pretty hard, as is green. And orange, unfortunately for orange, he did not boom very hard. I don't know why that is. It doesn't look like there's been any fighting here, as far as I can tell. Orange might be a newer player as well, but he is getting deer instead, so maybe he's just decided to give up and let the green player have this water since he doesn't want to make a bunch of attack boats. Sometimes players will do that. They don't want to invest in that. They'll just put a few, just like 3 boats on the water. Get as much use as they can before their opponent pushes them off. Which, this fishing boat, I guess, can attack for Delhi. But blue is attacking green here, so green is getting hit. Interesting. He has to cancel his House of Learning. And, yeah, it's looking pretty grim for green right now. He's trying to build it back here now. As blue is setting up shop to invade green space. We see our red player in the middle, still just putting a white tower on the sacred side over here. Very nice. We have this fight is not quite over yet. I guess there are some fishing boats that survived and got pushed into the shoreline fish up here, but perhaps they'll eventually be dealt with. It looks like there's a town center here kind of protecting the docks, which is nice. Always nice to do when you're on deep water and you have the possibility of opponents also being on that water. But as you can see here, we're just booming. However, blue is booming even harder maybe. Yeah, let's take a look. He's got 20 fishing boats to my 20, so we're pretty even on that. But I'm not sure why his score is so high actually. I don't really know what the cause of that is. Take a look at supply. I guess because he has military too. I don't have any military yet, so and I haven't gone multi-TC either. But neither has he. So he's pushing through here. This Ulams, and he's gonna go ahead and knock out green, I think. Yeah, I don't know what green can do at this point. It's looking grim. It's looking over. I don't know what orange is planning up here, but yeah, he's doing his thing. Now, this should be the end for green. Let's see, the king is potentially gonna escape though, with a transport ship. So we'll see if that happens or not. But the problem is the landmark should go down, right? I mean, these boats can attack here and mess things up for blue for a little while at least. But as soon as this town center gets destroyed, that's gonna be lights out for green here. So let's see if that happens or not. Nice. Clean up the villas, there you go, and boom. Okay. So blue now has 2 kills, which I've noted. Duly noted. While I'm booming over here. We pulled up. We're still just going crazy on water here. Just chilling. We boomed all the way to H4, all the way to Imperial Age. We have our red palace here. We're getting some relics. Doing our thing. I realized I was all alone over here, so I was like, okay, I'm going Imperial Rush because I got deep water. It's very fast age up. And I didn't have any need to make an army, so that's great. We decided we want to go into Knights because we have some pretty good water. I realized this isn't gonna last forever, So I started a farm transition here. This pond isn't quite big enough. Maybe it was like 2 or 3 times its size, and we could definitely sustain a lot longer, but it is limited. It's good. It's really good though. Having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 deep water is pretty nice. So red decides to go ahead and take the sacred site. And it's a solo sacred site. He is an age 4, so I'm imagining he's a Berkshires. There it is. But I've decided, running up here, I was going to go for the sacred site, but it was walled, and his base was not walled. So I went for his town center with my Imperial Knights, and we have captured his king. He did not move the king to the Berkshire in time, and he paid the ultimate price for it. So that sacred site problem is now dealt with. Down here we see for some reason this player is left. Very strange. I'm actually sucked to see that. I'm sorry guys, I missed whatever happened up here. But I would have presumed that this player was actually winning the water war. I guess he's a Byzantine player, so... Oh, sorry, that's the player that's still alive. I'm not sure, actually. We'll have to go back and look at that later. But, I don't know what happened with this player. Maybe he just gave up. Is his king still around? No, the king's... I don't think it's here. He went triple TC on water. And he died. But now we have, I saw that, my scout here scouted something interesting. Blue was going for the sacred site, and some of his army is still here. So I figure, hey, you know, I know this guy has 2 kills. I know he's a huge problem. He's definitely gonna be my next target either way. So we're gonna go and send our knights in. It looks like Blue was trying to get a wooden wall up here, but he doesn't have any wall for his main base. I'm checking all the kings. I wonder who got the kill up here. Let's take a look at Teal. Well, obviously Teal's way behind. Let's look at Orange. Orange is pretty good eco, but no military right now. Hopefully he'll remedy that pretty quick. But we are pushing in to Blue's base. Let's take a look from Blue's perspective. He sees us coming. Uh-oh. Pull the bills, send the army home. Reinforce, but you know, let's see. Let's go ahead and free the camera up. He's building the transport boat, and I'm you know, aware of, you know, what he's thinking. I see the transport boat come out, so I got a lot of my knights on this side of the TC. I'm waiting for it. I'm just watching that thing to count down. And then he pops out right here, and we get the surround. Not quite, but close enough, and we kill him. So we knocked this player out. Fortunately, at this point, I'm like, yes, okay, this is great. I see that my opponents are actually still in age 3. Both of them, they must be fighting each other. But we have a problem here in the middle, which I'm not quite fully aware of yet. But I try to click up here to see what's going on this town center. You know? And here's his... Let me take a look at Orange. He doesn't have level 4 either. Interesting. I was wondering what his John Dark level was. Mine's only level 2 right now. Maybe he just hit 3 pretty recently. But I accidentally take the sacred site. I'm not trying to do that, but I mean, I guess I could, but you know, these players are definitely fighting. Wow, look at these Dromons. They're just killing everything. That's really funny to see. Never seen these Dromons really do much of anything, but Orange having a hard time pushing into Teal because of those Dromons doing the AoE there near the town center. I'm trying to break through and I realize, oh no, we have a problem. We can't get through there. So then I come up with a different plan, which you're about to see unfold. I realize, okay, I wonder why I can't walk through this. Oh, I guess because he has a wall here. It's fully walled, okay. So I can't get through on this side either. We start to send our, you know, rams up there to break through the wall. But then I'm like, well, you know, he has his own wall too. You know, I guess somehow I still have a scout. I got a scout through up here earlier, and it's still up here, so I can see that. You know, he still has his own wall up. So he's probably going to react in time to whatever I'm doing here. So I come up with the alternative plan, which is the dock transport boat attack. And Orange finally breaks through Teal, gets his kill. I believe he's at 250. I think that's only his first kill, whereas I have 2. As you can see, he is in H4 now, so he does have the elite knights as well, but the numbers just aren't comparable, right? 30 elite knights to what is my account here? We got 110 elite royal knights, right? Yeah, he's got 30. We'll confirm on that. But we're getting the guys, and we got some riders too. They added this feature where you can make riders from the Red Palace, I believe. Yeah. Which are like, I guess, I mean, they seem cheaper than knights, I think, right? Like the knight is a lot more gold, 140, 100. which is nice. So they're cheaper, but they're good at countering spearmen. Wait, what? That's the wrong one. Okay, hold on. It's because I'm maybe selecting from, yeah. So I think my opponent chose the different, before we end this game, guys, sorry, there we go. 180 and 20 gold. I was on my opponent's perspective, and I was clicking on my red palace. So he chose not the riders, but the other dudes. Where's his H4 landmark? Actually, here it is. So that's funny. If I select riders when I'm on his landmark, now it's gonna select wrong. But then if I switch over, I see the champion. But anyways, what I was gonna say was these are apparently good at countering crossbowmen, which is kind of random. But they're pretty fast cavalry. They're weak. You know, I'm guessing they're more like horsemen than like knights, maybe. But they're pretty good either way. But let's take a look and see. We weren't able to unload everything. We had a little bit of a struggle here. John Dark finally comes out. But you can see we just have superior numbers at this point. Still struggling here. Okay. And there we go. Okay. So let's take a look before we kill this poor player here at this unit. Let's compare it to the knight. I just want to see what does it do and where is it? I can't click on any, strangely enough. That all? Did I not bring any with me? I thought I brought the knight. Oh, here they are. Okay. So 300 health. You know, they have 3 armor versus melee, 9 versus range, and they do 20 sword, 24 torch. And a knight has more health. Obviously, gonna have more armor. 8, 8. Okay, so I guess the knight actually has 1 less armor versus range, but it has a much better melee armor, of course. And does 32 sword damage and 20 torch and 40 lance. Whereas, you know, this one only does 20 sword. So, it has better torch, actually, interesting. I guess the rider has better torch damage. And you can see it has a plus to crossbowman, which is interesting. I don't usually see that. You don't usually see that on any unit, right? Like a plus damage to crossbowman is very unusual, so that's interesting. But, yeah, we can see the different... I think they're just... In a way, they're a lot better just because they're so much cheaper, right? Like we saw only 20 gold for a rider, which is great. I don't know if it's more cost effective to make the horseman, because you don't even need any gold for that, right? You just need a little wood, which is. But on this kind of a map where we have unlimited gold, you know, I'm sure it's probably fine to just keep spamming them. On a normal map, maybe not so much, but it would be a cost-effective way if you just had a little bit of gold, right? If what we really should do is compare the rider to the horseman, and that would probably be a better comparison. Sorry about rambling on while this game ends, guys, but you can see we won. There wasn't much else to say about the game itself, but our sneak attack succeeded, and we actually pulled off a win with John Dark, which is always great to have happen because it doesn't happen very often. So, hope you guys enjoyed the game there. And we will catch you in the next one. Peace.